Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today I have another episode of Field Test. This is a series I've been doing on my channel where in the comments section you guys let me know what weapon setups, pretty much what loadout you guys want me to try. So what weapon attachments, what sidearm, and then I pick from the top 3 most voted or thumbs up comments and give my thoughts on the one that I pick. Today I am going to be using the MK11 with the ACOG scope, foregrip laser sight, the G18 sidearm, tugs, the spawn beacon, and squad cover. To be completely honest, I was a little turned off by this setup. I wasn't really a huge fan of the MK11 before the patch, and I don't really think they did a whole lot to change it in the most recent patch. I could be wrong, but I decided that, I should get out of my comfort zone and try a setup that I thought would be kind of bad. And while this is not a perfect setup, I was surprised at how effective it could be in some situations. The reason why I didn't think that this is going to perform very well was mostly because of the laser sight and the foregrip attachment, mostly the foregrip attachment, considering that the MK11 hardly has any horizontal recoil, and that's really the only thing that the foregrip does for you. Actually, that's the only thing it does for you. The other thing that it does is that when you have it on, your long range shots are going to deviate, like you just have more bullet spread at longer distances. I'm not really sure if that applies to the MK11, but it probably does, and that, in my opinion, is a huge negative considering that technically these things are meant for medium to long range shots. You're not going to want to stay up close, so you're going to want to have accuracy for those distance shots, and the foregrip kind of eliminates that a little bit for you. As for the laser sight, I guess it's a decent attachment considering it's not really going to hinder you on the battlefield. It's just going to make your hipfire accuracy a little bit more effective. I mean, in my opinion, if you're going for a hipfire with the MK11, you're doing something wrong. Sure, I do it a couple of times in this video, but this thing really isn't meant for hipfire. And while, yeah, you're a little bit more effective with the laser sight, I guess it just, in my opinion, it really doesn't add a whole lot. And you're probably just going to notify the enemy that you have a beat on them, so they're going to duck for cover. But now that you guys kind of know why I was a little hesitant with this setup, to be honest, it actually performed reasonably well. The MK11 is very effective at medium range engagements. With the ACOG scope, I found that I had a really hard time going for those long range shots. People that are using the bolt action rifles are going to take me out extremely easy, even if I could try to go for them. So what I try to do throughout the video you're going to see here is I try to get in situations where it was a medium range engagement. Up close, I think that the MK11 just absolutely sucks. Even if you start to get the drop on someone, they turn, they see you, you get one shot off, and then they start to fire, they're probably going to take you out unless you got a headshot. Like weapons such as the AEK, or really any gun that has a reasonable RPM, they're going to win that close quarter engagement. It's nothing you can really do. If you go for the headshot, yeah, you're probably going to win that fight, but it's kind of hard to get a headshot every single time you get into an engagement. So what I tried to do was to avoid both the close range engagements and long range engagements and try to kind of get something in the middle, and it worked out. It wasn't perfect, but it worked out, and I was kind of surprised by this because I thought that, if you're only good in one scenario, it's not really going to perform that well. Most weapons are good, either short to medium range or medium to long range, but there's really nothing that really excels in the middle there, and I guess the MK11, in my opinion, kind of fits that category. And if you play the map effectively, you are going to get a lot of kills. You probably noticed on that Tehran highway clip, I just beasted against the enemy team. It was a lot of fun. I did not expect that with this weapon. I found that if I got into a close encounter engagement, switching to the G18 was a great idea. I found that the G18, because it has a really high rate of fire, it just performed a lot better in close encounter engagements compared to the MK11. One thing you have to be cautious about, though, is that if there are multiple targets, the G18 is only really effective at taking out maybe one of them. You blow through your ammunition very quickly. They don't do a lot of damage, but they will die fast, so you got to switch back on over to your primary if there is more targets. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. If I was going to change one thing about this setup to try to improve upon it, I would get rid of the foregrip. Like I mentioned earlier, the foregrip really is only going to probably make you miss more at long range shots, and it's not really going to do a whole lot for your horizontal recoil because that's something that this weapon really doesn't suffer from. So if I would change one thing to try to improve upon it, it would be to get rid of the foregrip. Overall, though, I would say that this is a decent setup. There are some things, like I said, I would change that would probably enhance it more, but as long as you play it effectively and you're playing it correctly, you can do some damage with this setup. But this about wraps up the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate it if you give this video a rating, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more videos. If you would like to submit your own setup, you can do so by leaving a comment down below with the weapon you want me to try, what attachments should be on it, the sidearm, and really anything else that you want to include. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.